And we are live yet again for the 2021 Concacaf Gold Cup. In today's game, we are going to talk about Canada defeating Costa Rica. And this is a shock result for me, to be honest. And I know maybe for the Canadian fans, this might not be a shock result, but I expected a lot better from the Ticos. And if you ever are to see a nothing game from a team, a nothing game, nothing game by Costa Rica. It was a nothing game. They played nothing. They didn't, listen, Canada did not play against Costa Rica tonight, you know. They played against Costa Rica. Played like bunch of bricks. Big up to everybody in the house. How's everybody feeling, man? Your boy Dominic Rich back with another one for your head taps. You got Jamaica versus the USA coming up a little later. And I will be back to talk about that. Might as well I just do a watch along or something of that game. See what I'm saying? My thumbnail is wrong. It's on wrong. Whoa. Oh, yeah, that's right. Whoa, yeah. The right score, but for the wrong teams, man. Thank you very much, guys. You guys are the best. You guys are the best. It's all good. It is all good. But, you know, minor thing. That's what you guys are here for. You guys are the best, man. But look, we're going to talk about this game. Easy game to analyze because Costa Rica actually chose not to show up to the game against a Canada who did not have any of their big guns at the match. No Davies, no Davis, no Laren, no Akinola, you know what I'm saying? No Milan Boyan. The list goes on. No Atiba Hutchinson. And still, Costa Rica, who seemingly are on the decline, lost 2-0. We saw them struggle against Suriname. We saw them struggle against Jamaica. Barely got over the line. It has not been a great tournament for the Ticos. We can say this now. But for Canada, wow. I gotta give it to them. Chair feels kind of low. Oh, yeah, I knew something was off. I gotta give it to Canada. Gotta give it to Canada. Look, we're gonna talk about this game right about now. And I'm fixing the thumbnail right now as we speak. Easy fix, and I'll get that updated. And we're gonna, you know, look official. But thank you very much, Josh Byrne, man. How are you feeling? How are you feeling? Haven't seen you around these parts in a while. How you been doing? How you been doing? Yeah, that thumbnail is an easy change. Yeah, wasted a lot of time. Yeah, extra 2-3 minutes with this. But yeah, man, big win for Canada. We're live. Let's go. Thumbnail updated. You should see the change. You should see the change. The change should be reflected. But I have to give it to Canada because I did not predict them to win this game. I predicted Costa Rica to win the game 1-0. It was. I thought it was going to be a very close game. This wasn't even a close game. It wasn't. Placharo, dumb. Did Costa Rica just play bad or just Canada played really good? I think it's a combination of both. I'm not going to discredit Canada like that. I am not going to discount their performance. I am not. They played well. Kickoff football. Costa Rica was poor today. Very disappointed in how they played. Yes, that is also correct. They did not take the game to Canada. They did not challenge. They didn't put up a fight. It was only Joel Campbell who really looked good in the game. And Matarrita had a good game, I think, too. But the others, man, they struggled. They really struggled. Costa Rica really struggled to put anything together. There was no fluidity to their game. Everything was just, you know, broken up, man. It was just what's the word I'm looking for, man? Damn. Can't find a word. I'm lack of words right now, but their play was just not fluid. That's what I'm trying to say. I'm disappointed. Luis Fernando Suarez has a big job on his hands with this Costa Rican team to get them up to par and up to speed with the other teams in terms of World Cup qualification, because this ain't a good sign. They need Keylor Navas. Without Keylor Navas, this Costa Rican team ain't qualifying for the World Cup. And that is why I put them on standby when I did my tier list, you know. I had to put them on standby, man. I couldn't put... I think I did put them on standby, right? I couldn't put them straight into the World Cup at all. What else we got here? Big up to Kickoff Football, who says Costa... Oh, yeah. I did read this already. Big up to Palomo. Canada proved you wrong. Yes, they did. Lemec. Mexico or Canada. Well, look. We're not going to go too far ahead, but Mexico are the favorites here, of course. Of course. Big up to the boy, Jordan Hyman. How are you, man? How are you, Jordan? How are you? Nice to see you around here. The boy Thriller from Manila is in here. Say, what it do, Dom? And big up to the chat. How are you doing, Thriller? Angel Ans, how are you? Haven't seen you in a while, Angel. How you been? Johnny Longs, how are you, man? How's everybody? Plachara, Dom, do you think Costa Rica would have been a harder opponent for Mexico? Nah. Nah, not from what we saw. Mexico are the team to beat. If you haven't watched my video I made this morning while going to work, I said Mexico are going to the final, and if you're going to beat them, it has to be in the final. So Canada, we're going to talk about that a little later, but they're going to be depleted going into the final, the semifinal. Lemec, do you think Canada are... I don't know what you're trying to say here. Canada are clapping Mexico, says Adam Langdon. Do you think Canada are in for 2022? That's what you're trying to say. I think they have a chance. I do think they have a chance, but they just might miss out. I have them missing the flight. But I said my mind may change after the Gold Cup, but I don't think I'm gonna change my prediction. It's gonna be hard for them still. So we have Kickoff saying, no, wrong comment, but let me read this still. Every time I try to click a comment, it moves. Hopefully we can beat Canada, but I don't know. It could be a tough challenge. So we got a Mexican fan here. So Kickoff is saying Cavallini and Victoria will miss the next game. Yep, I do have that written down. Thank you very much for bringing that to our attention. Early. So in this game, there was a bright start by Canada and resulted in a goal in the 18th minute through Junior Hoylett, set up by Steven Estacio, who has been one of the finds of the tournament for Canada. And maybe the Canadians are saying he's not a find. He's been good and he's been showing promise. He does play his football in Portugal. And he looks good, man. He looks good. I have to say that. Canada are looking good for the future. For 2026, this Canadian team looks good. Because, look, man, look. We have Buchanan. Well, I should say they have Buchanan. But I like to use we, but they have Buchanan. They have Estacio. There's Davies. There's David. There's Mark Anthony Kay. There's Richie Larea. These guys are playing some good football. And I may be forgetting a few other prominent names, but Junior Hoylett deserves a shout, not Cavallini. But they have a nice team here. They have a nice team, and it's showing that they have depth. They have a lot of depth. We have Samira Ketabi. Who are you supporting? I'm neutral. I'm not supporting anybody. I'm just covering the tournament, man. You know what I'm saying? So Thriller is saying I have Qatar and Mexico in the final. Just might be the final that we'll see. But you know, if we learn anything right now, it's very hard to predict. Because I predicted the first two right, picking Mexico and Qatar to go through, but Costa Rica just let me down big time, man. You know, poor performance. The goal, long ball by Estacio to Hoylett. His run was well timed, and Alvarado, I don't know what he was doing coming off his line. Very ambitious there, and overzealous, I should say. And Junior Hoylett, man, watching the keeper, watching the ball, and chip, nice chip, man. Soldanza, nice. So you call that move Soldanza by Junior Hoylett, who is currently unattached. He doesn't have a club. He used to play for Cardiff City in Wales in the Championship and sometimes the Premier League, but now he has moved on. And with performances like this, maybe an MLS club may just pick up Junior Hoylett. I don't think he should have a problem finding a club for next season at all, playing like this and picking up a few goals at the Gold Cup. So early goal by Canada. I was actually shocked by the goal. I was like, whoa. I expect way better from Costa Rica. Let me just put it out there. There was a volley in the 22nd minute by Vitoria, the captain, who will miss the next game because he did pick up a yellow card. And that'll be a big miss for Canada. Let's just put that out there because these guys at the back has been really, really good, man. You got to give it to, let me just make sure I get these guys right. But you got to give it to Miller. Kamal Miller. He has been really, really solid. I got to give it to him. He has been good. You have to give it to Vitoria. Steven Vitoria, veteran and the captain. And another player that deserves some credit is Alistair Johnson. He's only 22 years old, and I think he has been brilliant all tournament without getting the credit he deserves. Let's just put that out there. But it was a better performance by Canada. I think they have been, look, they lost to the US, but in this game, they did what they didn't do against the USA. Finished their chances, and that was a great early goal. And then Vitoria with the brilliant volley tipped over by Alvarado, and he did pick up a yellow card, as I say, about 10 minutes later. Will miss the next game. Cavallini did pick up a yellow card in the 38 minutes. Will miss the next game, and it will be a big challenge for Canada with Cavallini missing, Larin missing, Akinola missing. And Akinelli did come off the bench, and, you know, he did look good. He did look good, man. Tesho Akindele did look good off the bench in the latter parts of the game. But they will also be missing, as I said, Larin, Akinola, Steven Vitoria, and Lucas Cavallini. But if we've actually learned anything from this Canadian team, is that they have some depth. Junior Hoylett looked like he's struggling with some injury as well, so they will be sweating on his fitness. But I think they'll be fine, though. I really think they'll be fine, because if you look at the bench, they have some players they could bring on and fill in those gaps. But it's going to be a hard game against Mexico, even with a full-strength Canadian team. And another thing, guys, I was actually looking at the Olympics today. I was actually watching the highlights, not a full game, but I was watching the highlights for the football Olympics, the men's football Olympics. And that Mexican team that they took there is a very good team. I think they could have actually taken that Mexican team to the Gold Cup and do well, albeit a young Mexican team, because I'm like, wow, there's some full nationals on that Mexican team right now, like Lainez and Antuna and Charlie Rodriguez and Guillermo Ochoa in goal. I was like, what am I seeing here? There's like guys like Montez, and I was like, damn, Mexico has a lot of depth. So I just wanted to put that out there. And Canada, their depth and their strength will be tested. They are stretched, definitely stretched to the max, and I think this is their first semifinal in a long time, where they did win the competition back in the year 2000. So we have AD is saying if you live in the USA, it's on Peacock. I didn't even know it's on Peacock. I do have Peacock. So I will have to check it. I will have to check it out. It's early, though. That's the thing. The games are very early. But I'm hoping to actually catch the knockout stages. So, Thriller, Dom, do you think Almoez Ali has the ability to make it to the Premier League, even a mid-table club? Of course. He does, because if you check a lot of Premier League clubs, they have some strikers that they can't score to save their lives. And Almoez Ali knows how to score. He's just not in full form right now. He's not in form right now, because we know an informed Almoez Ali would have had 10 goals already at the Gold Cup. So I do think he can. He can. I was actually looking up Akram Afif's bio the other day, and he used to be a Valencia player, a Villarreal, I think. I can't even remember. A Valencia, I can't even remember. But he did play in Europe before, and then he went back to Qatar. But Akram Afif, what a player, man. What a player. But good first half there by Canada, 1-0. And I actually made a note to remind myself to talk about how much of a nothing game Costa Rica had. I'm in shock right now. Costa Rica played absolutely nothing. And even when they tried to bring on subs in Luis Diaz and Brian Ruiz, these guys came on and didn't even affect the game. And Luis Diaz was a little live down on the left-hand side there, but he hasn't done anything at the tournament so far, you know what I'm saying? He hasn't. And big up to the boy Prime Prodigy in the house. Big up to Prime. Big up to Prime. Mexico is a team with the most depth. Mexico and the U.S. has a lot of depth. Big up to Video James. How are you doing, man? Nice to see you around these parts. As good as Almoez Ali is on capitalizing, I think better Qatar player here is Akram Afif. Yeah, Akram Afif is their best player by far. Come on. Yeah, of course. So, Placharo, 2007 was the last time they made it to the semifinal. Thank you very much for coming in with the facts there. Appreciate that. We have Thriller says, I agree. I think bigger European clubs will be eyeing up both Almoez and Akram Afif after this tournament. I don't think so. I don't think they're going anywhere, guys. They're not going anywhere. These guys are playing good football in the Qatar League, and they're getting well paid. I don't think they're going to leave. I really don't think they're going to leave. So Johnny Longs is saying, all the channels that show the Olympics freeze for about 2 days straight. Wow. Wow. Costa Rica, Mr. Stealth Strike, YouTube. Costa Rica was outplayed badly from start to finish, looked slow, and had no answer for Canada's press. I love when you guys leave these comments, man. It's not only me. I'm not the only one analyzing the game here. You guys are analyzing the games, and I love it. I love it. So with Canada being 1-0 up, they had to manage the game, and manage the game they did. Brilliant game management by John Herdman and his men. Costa Rica's best chance came in the 53rd minute, where it was not really much of a chance, where Joel Campbell did force Kripo into a big save. I don't know if he meant to cross it or if he meant to shoot it, but that was going in. And Kripo wasn't tested enough. Really wasn't. And if we check the match stats here, that'll back up my claim here. Costa Rica had 4 shots at goal, none on target. None. And I might as well read you off the rest of the stats. They did have a lot of the ball, most of the ball, 56% of the ball, but they didn't do anything with the ball. It was mostly midfield play. Every time they tried to go forward, everything just broke up. There was no fluidity in their play. None. The word I was looking for earlier was fragmented. They just look so fragmented. All over the place. Broken. And I really expected them to get to the semis. Poor display by Costa Rica. Poor display. Guys, is the game between US and Jamaica starting exactly 9:30 my time, or is the game going to play at 10 o'clock? The lineups are out. I'm taking a look at the lineups now. We'll take a look at those a little bit, but let's just finish up the analysis of this game. Junior Hoylett struggled with a bit of injury. He did go off later, and as I said, that's not a good sign for Canada at all. So AD is saying, I heard it begins 10 p.m. Eastern. Okay, so we have time. We don't have to rush or anything. Yes. Thank you very much, Mr. UNLNRG. I don't know. What does that spell, bro? What does that spell? So, yeah, guys, we have time. No rush. No need to rush away from here. Let's talk about this game, and let's do it properly, all right? So, Canada playing well. I don't think they had any real scares from this Costa Rican team. Not least, not from what I could remember. Nothing. It was a nothing game by Costa Rica. I could say this 100 times, man. Where are the Costa Rican fans? It's just letters. All right. Where are the Costa Rican fans? They didn't show up. I think they didn't show up. Do we have any Canadian fans in here? All the Canadian fans, please stand up. Put your hands up. You guys played well. Where are the Costa Rican fans? I don't think there's any in here right about now. They're hiding. They gotta be in hiding right now because that was an awful freaking performance. And I mean it. It was awful. Very bad. Very bad. Look, not much more to actually analyze of the game, but that goal in the 69th minute by Steven Estacio just put the final nail in the coffin for Costa Rica, as it was a poor defensive showing. The ball ricocheted and fell to Estacio, who had previously in a play before that was showing some promise and sent a shot wide, and then he did get to tap one in to the back of the net, and the way he celebrated, he knew that he had just put Canada into the semifinal of the 2021 Concacaf Gold Cup. Brilliant player, man. Brilliant player. I do admire this player, and it just, it was just a poor display by Costa Rica. But some players from Canada that I got to give some praises. Some more players. Richie Larea. I think he managed Joel Campbell very, very well. Very, very well. Jonathan Osorio doesn't get a lot of credit, but he did a great job for Canada so far at the tournament and managed to stay fit. Will play the next game. Didn't pick up yellow card in the match as well. Very disciplined. Mark Anthony Kay had a few look-ins at goal. Very, very lively. Tajon Buchanan. You got to give it to him today because even though he was well dealt with by Matarrita, Tajon Buchanan helped out a lot in defense. And whenever he did go forward, apart from when he was foiled by Matarrita, he did look good. Especially in the latter stages of the game. He did look good. So I just wanted to mention those key battles in the game and talk about those guys that played wingback for Canada, Larea and Buchanan, full of pace, and that's a strength for the Canadian team. Big victory. Big victory. I never expected them to get past the quarters. I did predict them to top their group, but the USA, as we know, top their group, and Canada will go on to play Mexico. I think they will go into that match light. Their depth will be tested. And we know Mexico are the favorites to go on to win that, as they have looked better as the tournament progressed. So we have Placharo. Dom, this was like the first time Mexico had dominated a quarterfinal game since the 2011 Gold Cup. Good observation. Kickoff football. Do you think Costa Rica's coach Luis Fernando will get sacked due to that performance against Canada? It doesn't make sense to sack him. Wasn't he just put in charge? I don't think they're going to sack him. I don't think they're going to sack him, man. Stealth Strike is saying too close to the octagonal. I'd say no. Yeah, exactly. It's the same like Tapper Whitmore. It doesn't make sense to sack a manager now unless you want to say, you know what? Let me sack this guy before it's too late. You see what I mean? Joel 81. It was a disappointment from Costa Rica. My thoughts. Exactly my thoughts. Exactly. Canucks Hub. Woo. Go Canada. All right, so congrats to Canada. As I said, they will move on to play Mexico. Not much more to actually add when it comes to this game. And I think I've touched on most areas there. I think I have. Really think I have. If I check some stats from this game in terms of individual stats, Steven Estacio with a 9.6 rating on SofaScore. 9.6 out of 10. That's how good he was. An assist, brilliant long ball, and the goal to top things off. Junior Hoylett had a solid game. Mark Anthony K, Richie Larea, Alistair Johnson, as I mentioned. These guys were all in the green with over 7 ratings. For Costa Rica, only Celso Bojes, Oscar Duarte, and Francisco Calvo had good ratings. And you wonder what would become of these more experienced players from Costa Rica, the golden generation. Would they move on from these guys? Would they try the guys on the bench, the guys in the fringe? Or would they give them one last shot to see if they have that one last World Cup in them? I have a feeling they do. They have to at least place top 4. But judging from their recent form, history says they will place top 4. But recent form where they had gone about, I think, were they like 7 to, was it 11 games without a, I need to double check this. They had gone a bit of games without winning a match. So the win against Guadeloupe, yeah, that was their first win in like, that was 5, that's 7. Yeah, the first win in about 11 games. You see what I mean? So it ain't looking good for Los Ticos at all. So guys, what we're gonna do really quick, we're gonna take a look at the 11 for the next game, man. Jamaica versus the USA. I want to take a look at that 11. I want to react to that 11 and the both the 11s to see what's up. But just before we move on, I just noticed something here about Costa Rica. So the World Cup qualifying matches kick off against Panama. That would be a road game. If the game is indeed played on the road. I don't know how they're going to do these things. And then they play Mexico and Jamaica in September. So Costa Rica has a very, very tough September in terms of World Cup qualifying. Guys, yeah, these games are coming up pretty soon, and I'm very excited about that. For Canada, they have Honduras, the USA, and El Salvador. Also a very, very tough one. 2 of the games at home and 1 game in the USA. Listen, these World Cup qualifiers are going to be good. They're going to be good. Listen, this is something that you could actually take my word for. All right? So just to take a look at the 11 here, the USA versus Mexico. Let me actually share that screen with you guys so you could see what is going on here. All right, let's get that screen shared. Badam. And you guys could see the 11s here. So that's what we got. All right, let me make this a little bigger for your eyeballs. You know what I'm saying? We got Turner in goal. He has been, solid for the USA. They play in a 3-4-1-2 formation according to Google here. Sam Vine. I don't think this is not the right set. This cannot be the right setup. Nah, this is not the right. Yeah, this is wrong, guys. This is wrong. Never mind this. Leggett and Paul Arriola are not playing up top. This is not the setup. This is just the 11. So Vines will play left back. It's going to be 4 at the back. Maybe it's a 4-3. 4-3. Let me see. 4-2. I don't even know the formation right now. Seriously. But it'll be Shaq Moore, James Sands, Miles Robinson at the back with Sam Vines at left back. Kellen Acosta and Leggett, I think, will play. Or I think Paul Arriola might. No, I think it's Leggett is going to play defensive mid. Busio just ahead of them. Hop on the wings. Arriola on the other side. And Daryl DK up top. That's what it's going to be, I think. So, solid team. Solid team. Could Jamaica get the better of this team? And for Jamaica, you got Bobby Decordova-Reid back with Corey Burke. So, Corey Burke has been playing well. So has Junior Flemings. Devon Williams has been solid. This Jamaican team has looked good at the tournament. Let's just put that out there. Because the midfield here with Daniel Johnson and Devon Williams is a more solid midfield than if you put Michael Hector in there, definitely. Blair Turgott has had a great tournament, I think. Keelan Lawrence, I honestly don't think he should have started. They should have went in with what's his name again? Amari Bell. I think it should have been Bell and not Lawrence. He had a terrible game in the last match. But maybe his experience, or maybe he'll come good in this game. Liam Moore has been a good addition to the Jamaican team. Damian Lowe, solid. Alvis Powell. I think the Jamaican team is very, very weak in the fullback area right now, even with players who has been around the team for some time. And that's just my opinion. So Leon Bailey is on the bench. That's a shocker. And I think there may have been an injury or something. Gotta be, because I don't understand why he would be on the bench. Lamar Walker looked brilliant coming off the bench. Shaman Nicholson deservedly is on the bench. And they have Andre Gray, who did not have a good game against Costa Rica, to say the least. Tyreek McGee definitely deserves to go back to the bench. He did not have a good game either. But for the USA, you see a lot of depth there on the bench. Very experimental team. But Nicholas Gioacchini will be one to watch off the bench. Maybe a Reggie Cannon will come off. Giassi Zardes, 5 subs available. We know Greg Berhalter like to use guys like Jackson Yule and Christian Roldan. But this US team looks good, and I predicted them to win this match. And my prediction was USA 2, Jamaica 1. So, yeah. That's my thoughts. Isn't Busio like 17 years old? I'm not 100%. I don't think so. I don't think he's 17. I don't think he's 17. We could check that right now. I don't think he's that young. He's 19. Yeah, he's not 17. He's going to be moving on to play for Venezia, newly promoted Venezia in the Italian league. So all the best to him. Going to move from Sporting Kansas City. And he has been brilliant. I like Gianluca Busio. And fittingly, he will be playing in Italy, because that's an Italian name, man. And it says Busio is of Italian descent through his Brescia-born father and holds Italian citizenship. He is of African-American background on his mother's side. He has an older sister, Ilaria, and an older brother, Matteo, who also plays soccer at UNC Charlotte and whom Gianluca lists as his biggest inspiration. So Gianluca Busio. So, Thriller, I like Gioacchini as a player. Big frame, good pace, and very athletic. He has a bright future. I do agree with that. Definitely do agree. El Magos, Argentinian fan, back in the group stage. I predicted Canada to win the whole thing. There's still a chance. I doubt it's going to happen. The Lego dude is saying I was going for Costa Rica win, but they got pummeled. Yeah, they were horrible. They were really bad in the game. They were bad. We're not going to be nice here and say, they were good. They had good. Costa Rica did nothing good in the game. Absolutely nothing good. Nothing. So the other game is about to kick off in about 20 minutes. So this is just my analysis of Costa Rica 0, Canada 2. I don't want to make it super long. It's been 34 minutes in. And I just wanted to do an update and an analysis of the game just after it finished. Because later I want to come back and talk about the Jamaica-USA game if I manage to stay up. Because yesterday, for the Mexico-Honduras match, I fell asleep in the second half. You know what time I woke up? I don't even know. It had to be around 2 a.m. in the morning. And again, and that happened to me the last time Mexico played as well, you know. When Mexico played El Salvador, I went to sleep around 9:30-ish. And I woke up at, 2 a.m. in the morning. 2 a.m. seems like the time I always wake up after I fell asleep while watching games. But I was tired, man. I was really tired. I was up since like 4:45 a.m. and I didn't really get any sleep during the day. So I did make the video during, while I was going to work this morning. So don't forget to go check out that video. Show it some love. Guys, if you haven't yet liked this video, make sure you hit the thumbs up button. We got 31 thumbs up right now. We got 49 people. How close could we get to 50? That would be nice. Let's get it closer to 50 than it is right now. So, Thriller is saying, it's okay, Dom. Steve falls asleep regularly during his watch-alongs. I laugh my ass off. Bro, where has Steve been? I never really watch any of his watch-alongs, so I really can't tell. But at least I never fell asleep on screen or anything, so. What else you guys have to say? And guys, we are just about 30-something subscribers short of 45K, which is, an awesome achievement. We're heading towards a big 50. We need 5,000 more subscribers to get there. Those 5,000 subs ain't gonna come easy at all. It's not easy to get I don't know. Maybe it's just for me. It's just for me. It's not easy for me to get subscribers. I don't know. I don't know why. I don't know why. But it's all good, man. Slowly but surely, we'll grind. We'll get up there. 5,000 more. And they're out there. They're definitely out there. So, Thriller said 50K by Christmas time guaranteed. So, we have August, September, October, November, and December. We have 5 months to get 5,000. That means I have to get 1,000 subs a month. It's gettable. I've been, the last couple months, I've been getting 1,000 plus a month. But, especially with the World Cup qualifiers, it's gettable. It's gettable. It's down to me though. I have to get the content out. I have to make the fire. Where's my fire? Somebody move my fire, man. Somebody move my fire. I think it's my wife. She moved the fire off the freaking the desk here. But gotta put out the fire content, man. And there's a lot of stuff on the channel. I think I have some videos that will help the channel get there. Those tailless videos I have coming out, they'll help the channel, man. Big time, big time, big time. Big time. They'll help the channel. I tell you that. That Asian tailless video, that Concacaf tailless video, I'm currently working on the African version and I got the European version coming just in time for September qualifiers. Oh man. We could see an influx in subs around these parts. Okay? And I will continue trying to improve the channel as time goes by. Who knows? I might have some lights up in the background there, some freaking LED lights flashing and things. Who knows? Maybe not flashing. I don't want to give anybody a seizure or anything, but yeah. Things will continue to actually develop around here. Steady growth, steady progress. Your boy's still, relevant a little bit. But Canada defeats Costa Rica 2-0. Congrats to Canada. They will move on to play Mexico, where that's a very, very daunting task. And that'll be a difficult game. But if they manage to defeat Mexico, they just might go on to win the whole damn thing. But let us see. USA versus Jamaica coming up. That's a big game. And I'll be watching that one. But I won't be doing a watch along though. I don't have the energy. I might just fall asleep doing a watch along. So look, guys, from your boy Dominic Rich, thanks a lot for coming through once again. Much love, much respect to you guys. Much thanks. Because without y'all, there will be no show. None at all. So until later, hopefully, I have to set an alarm. I gotta set an alarm so that I make sure I come back to talk about Jamaica, USA. Alright? So guys, friend boy Dominic Rich, thanks again. Don't forget to like the video, subscribe if you're new, leave a comment in the chat if you're watching the replay, and until next time, peace out. Rich Squad. Peace.